So this second episode of today sees us at our brand new team. We're in Wales, but who are we managing? Brand new town team. Let's get back into the episode, shall we? Welcome back to Tuna's Travels. So yeah, we sort of gave it away in that intro, and you probably noticed it in the earlier episode, which team it was going to be. It's Newtown, and a move which sure to spark plenty of heated debate was Whitehead has left Percy Raja to join Newtown. Whitehead arrives with a record of 170 wins, 74 draws, and 68 defeats in his career. He's also won 4 league titles and 8 cups. First game in charge will be against TNS. Fantastic. What a start that is. In the Cymru Premier on Boxing Day 2030. Whitehead will face pressure to bring immediate success to Mid Wales Leisure Lambton Park. Having stepped up from his previous standing to take the sole charge, he will need to hit the ground running if he's to win over those who believe his appointment is a questionable decision. Seriously? Apparently I've been favourite all along, but questionable decision. Percy Raja now looking for a new manager. Of course, we were leaving there anyway. Our contract was up, so they knew that. Singapore Manager of the Year winning 2028. Blend of experience and proven credentials within to his job. Prefers a 4-2-3-1 wide formation. Subject to considerable criticism of Percy Raja following a humiliating defeat in the Piala Indonesia exit at the hands of Percy Bat. I threw that game. Come on. Last season they finished 9th in the league. Welsh Cup, I've seen a record there. Knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Welsh League Cup. 2-time Welsh Cup champions, last time being 1895. Nathaniel MG Cup 2024. Never won the top flight here. It should be fun. 1875 this club was founded, so pretty impressive. That's a nice old club. Not particularly the history that it deserves. Ramsey, wowzy, look at you, son. See here the club vision wants to avoid relegation this season, reach the 4th round of the Welsh Cup. Of course, them two being the two that we have to win. So we just jump into this. Pedro Clan champions, we know all of that. A couple of players in their last year, Lee Robinson being a crucial one. Is he going to want to negotiate? He is. Interesting. Can we go and nail him down straight away? Don't particularly want to pay you more than that. We will get you down to that. There we go. So hopefully he's going to sign that. We're good. We've got a youth intake preview. Excellent intake, so that should help next year. A lot of players unhappy or wanting to move. They're all finished players, all don't really have the potential, so I'm happy to let them leave. In terms of captain, a Wing Breeze can take it. We are going to warn Jones about losing his captaincy. Well, I don't care if you're not happy. It's my decision, and I'm doing it regardless. So yeah, Dev Centred. We've got a lot of players that could potentially step up. First team candidates there. Of course, we are still in charge of North Korea as well at the moment. £200 in the red, £15.5 wage budget. We are at £2,000, just under £2,000 under our wage budget as well, which is quite nice to see. In terms of the competitions, you can see we are now 9th place. When I had the interview here, they were down in 11th. So they've done quite well to, sort of pull forward a bit. There's a massive gap between us and 8th, so 9th is probably the best we can hope for this season. And then next season is when we're looking to make that next step. Barla, of course, being the team that we won it with here last season. And we have got through to the next round of the Welsh Cup, which will be the 4th round. It hasn't been drawn yet. And double header against TNS to kick us off. What a start that is. So tell you what, we're not going to do the TNS game. We're going to do Sefin Druids and the Cup game. And then I think we get a split in the league. Is that how this works here? It does. It splits in 2 after 22 games. So we'll do the that last game before the split and the Cup game in this episode. And in tomorrow's episode, it's not going to be like this. It's Christmas Eve. So what we're going to do in tomorrow's episode, it's just going to be the one. Keep that in mind. But we're just going to do a recap of what's happened around the world. Our story so far, Premier League winners, Champions League winners, World Cup winners, things like that. So it's just going to be a light-hearted episode tomorrow. I'm going to go set everything up and come back for that Sheffield Druids game in one momento. So, as always, we're going to take a look at our new stadium. So, we're leaving the Stadion Harpan Bangsa, and we're going to fly all the way back on over to Europe for the first time since our sacking into Wales, and it's taken us to the wrong one. This is the one that we want, Newtown AFC. I did select that one. But yeah, this is our little ground here. It's not much, but it's home. See if we can see much of it. I don't think we can, given the location here and the trees, but you can just see the stand, kind of. Can we get down that way, maybe? No, oh, we can go middle of the pitch. There we go. Let's go and jump in here and... Oh. Well, that guy is learning the sport pretty well, isn't he? Hopefully we clear all this up before our first home game, because this could be a bit of an issue here. And we also haven't done a very good job of blurring faces, so we're going to leave that there, shall we say. But yeah, that's going to be our ground for this season in Wales, this half season. Probably next season as well. We need to go back to Northern Ireland at some point. I want to try and get that done before we get too far into this, because that is the bottom ranked nation from my seeding. Got 10-pin bowling just down the road. There we go. That's what it's all about. I could see me living here. Live River 7. Got vets. Go and catch some cricket when we're stressed here. Nice nature reserve for us. I've got a bit distracted here. We're not far away from the hospital, so when this team inevitably gives me a heart attack, we don't have to go too far. Got a skate park, off-road bike track. Oh, this is the best team in the world. Look at that. And then we're celebrating our title victory in our League and Cup double next season. This place is going to be very, very busy about 9 months from the end of the season. Without a doubt. Oh, there's a miniature railway track as well. I've been very, very distracted here. Let's get back into the episode. So we've played our first couple of games here. 1 draw, 1 win, and 1 defeat. We had a very impressive first game, to be honest with you, against TNS. Obviously, Wales is dominant team. If you know anything about the Welsh League in real life, TNS are the big boys here. They went ahead through Jody Edwards in the 3rd minute, capitalising on a Petrie mistake. But we fought straight back, and Lee Robinson, who I think is going to be our star man here, equalised in the 24th minute for what was a viable point at home. Away from home, they battered us 3-0. That's what we're expecting in both games. Morgan Clark penalty, Nicholas Davis and Will Russ scoring there. Before we beat Llandudno, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I can never pronounce these Welsh names, but I believe it's Llandudno. Stuart Jones scoring a 5th minute penalty, the only goal of the game, did give us the victory there. Today we play Zeffin Zeffin. And we don't have a Welsh Cup opponent as of yet, so I can't tell you who we're playing in that second game, but we know who the first one is going to be. League table-wise, we're in 10th. We are level on points with Pontypridd. Goal difference separating us 5 points ahead of Caernarfon. Llandudno bottom. Sheffield Druids are 12 points ahead of us. So, yeah, we know we're going to be in the bottom half. This is the last game. We know that for a fact. It's just going to be as high as we can finish in the bottom half. If we can somehow recover to 7th, we get into the playoff for a European position. But yeah, if we just look here, past winners. Every year since 2011, so this is 20 years, 18 out of them TNS have won. Connors Quay being the only of one, they come in 2nd place there. Newtown actually winning the playoffs back then. Interesting. So yeah, this is TNS's world, and we are all just living in it. Bangor City, Connors Quay, still all up there as well. Connors Quay actually isn't this season. I'm surprised their job has not come up, but um, yeah, we've got a massive gap to bridge in next season. You see, we were what 29 points off of TNS after 21 games this season. Just the 4 wins for us, 2 defeats for them. Says it all, really. But that's next season. We're not focused on that right now. We're focused on this season, and this is the team that I've gone with for our first game here in charge. You can see we've imported that tune of travel tactic, but one slight change. We now have an inverted winger with Robinson. I say is the star man here. Is a lot better as the inverted winger. So I'm hoping to use that to our advantage, get him being, the key man there and creating things. Ramsey on the other side is pretty good. We've got a good goalkeeper with Williams. Johnson at centre back, also a pretty good player. He's joined at the back with Petrie, Jones, and Fern. Hartshorn and Oakley Petrie are in the centre of midfield. And Jones is behind Jones. So we've got 3 Jones. We have Grant Jones in defence. Aled Jones behind Stuart Jones. Are we going to remember that? No, we're not. Stuart Jones is lacking fitness. We've got a couple of strikers, him being one. And then, of course, we have the other one whose name escapes me already. I'm still getting to know these players. Who's just coming back from an injury. He could play 60 minutes. It was Alex Holmes. That's the one. He could play 60 minutes if he wanted him to, but yeah, we're going with Stuart Jones instead. I told them I expect a win in this game because why not? Why not? And also going off as well, international-wise, we have the AFC Asian Cup group stage happening right now with North Korea. I'm skipping over the group stage. If we make it out of that, we will have an episode later on. My camera's frozen. We are not back. Awesome. As Aled Jones scores. So the camera's been hidden for this episode. We have no camera. Sorry about that. It distracted me and I missed the goal. Aled Jones, free kick. Beautiful free kick right into that top corner. It is 1-0. And yeah, so we're going cameraless for this episode. Petrie. Cross is in towards back post. Ramsey's header. Probably should have done better. Simple save in the end for Rid. And the highlight continues. He lumps it downfield. Harrison is in behind. That long ball, as we've seen so often, but Williams gets down smartly to push it wide out for a corner and keep us in the lead. Corner to defend. It's Whitehouse to deliver. Keeper claims that one. It's so nice, again, to have a great goalkeeper. And Rid claims that loose ball. 26 minutes into this game. Looks downfield again, and Harrison is in again, and Williams yet again saving us there. And we're going to have to learn that line. We're going to drop him very, very deep. Try and stop that ball over the top come in. We'll gradually move it forward, I think, as the games go on. I haven't actually seen this issue too much in the game so far. It's obviously just like a live commission. That's a great ball in for Lee. And Williams yet again with a huge save. Tree knocking it behind for a corner. Williams is on fire in this game. Corner comes in. Blackburn to Whitehouse. We're going to concede no, aren't we? Because I've said he's on fire. We know we're not, but there's another chance here. Blackburn to Lee. Back to Edwards. We need to go cautious. Sit back and soak up some of this pressure that is coming. Whitehouse to Blackburn. Out for Butt. Cross comes in towards Harrison, who does the volley. Into the back of the net. Nothing Williams could have done about that one. That one is fully on Petrie and Johnston there. You watch here. It's on the edge of the screen here. Harrison. Obviously, we're going to disappear out, but he's got 2 defenders here. Both of them missed the ball, and it's a good volley from him to find the back of the net and make it 1 apiece. And you know what? They've been the better team in terms of chances, really. For what we've seen as well, apart from that free kick. They being the dominant team. So we're going to half time at 1-1. Disappointed we're not creative enough there. I'm going to go take Stuart Jones off at half time. Holmes can come on, get that match fitness in his legs, and see what we can do in this second half. Let's go attacking. Let's demand more. Hasn't gone down too well with Fern, but most of the team has reacted pretty well to that. Corner, Jones delivers towards Jones, and we've got a penalty given by Jones. There's so many Jones. I know it's a typical Welsh surname. Jones steps up, beats the keeper 2-1. Jones's corner. Jones went down, and then Jones gave the penalty, which was tucked home by Jones. Oh dear. Well, at least I don't have to worry about surnames because, everyone is Jones here. John Jones, it was. They have a Jones as well. They've got 2 Jones, actually, Matthew and Tyler. Jones. Grid knocks the ball downfield. Blackburn knocks it down. He has been a thorn, and Lee's just allowed to run through uncontested, which is saved there by the keeper. And we're actually going to go make a change here. Aled Jones is going to come off for Wayne Breeze. Let's keep the rest of the shape how it is, but let's take Oakley Petrie off for Thomas Edmonds. See if we can see out these final few moments of the game. And we are now going to just, get rid of the ball. We're not going to play out of defence at all. Another change here. We're looking for the overlap on the inverted winger side, and obviously the underlap on the other side. In transition, regroup, hold shape, slow the pace down, smack it long. I don't want us to press as much. I want us to try and keep some fitness, stay in this game. As I say, looking at the chances, we've been outshot, but we've taken the most of our chances. We've had more of the ball. Williams knocks the ball downfield, headed back at us. Johnston gets his head on it. Robinson, Hartshorn. Johnston lumps it forward, only to Morel. Are we going to have a gutting equaliser here? Yes, we are. Tony Harrison. Again, just peeling off the back of his man. I don't understand the point of having 5 defenders if they're still going to get so much space there. He just runs past his man so easily. It's Johnston again. Perhaps fatigue taking part in that, but yeah, I'm not happy about that at all. That is going to be full time. It's going to be 2-2. It's another game without defeat, but it was not good enough at all. So, it was below par. It certainly was. We need a massive upturn in performance if we want to continue pushing forward. I'm already thinking ahead of next year. That's the plan. I'm already looking ahead to next year. This league season is done. We're just making sure we don't go down. Is the plan. But yeah, we're going to need a massive improvement. I'm going to come back for that cup game in one moment. I'll also let you know what's happened in that Asian Cup group as well. So back in 1 second. So we're here for the cup game. Hopefully the camera's going to stay on this time. One change from our last starting lineup. Holmes comes back into the starting team in place of Stuart Jones. In terms of the AFC Cup, we got knocked out. We had a draw against Thailand, that was the one, and then lost to Vietnam. So we went out. Yeah, we didn't really stand much of a chance in that. That's why I didn't do an episode on it. See, Alec Jones has had a bid on him as well. We've offered him a new contract, hopefully award that off. But this is a cup that we have to win, the JD Walsh Cup. We're still in it. We're going to put most of our focus on this season. The sooner we can nail safety, the more we can focus on this and play our strongest squad like we are here today. So hopefully we can go out and beat Barry Town, who are a pretty good team. They are a good team. So it's going to be a tough game without a doubt. But hopefully we can go and get the result there. We're huge underdogs. Let's take some of the pressure off in this game. And wow. 40 seconds in, Steve Ramsey, lower leg injury. So Alex Holmes is going to go out onto the left-hand side. And now Stuart Jones comes back into the team. That is not the ideal way of starting a game at all. Now I keep glancing over to make sure my camera's working as well. They've lost Stewart to an injury as well. Jones corner delivered in and Hartshorn headed just over the bar. So yeah, Jamie Stewart for them has gone off injured also. So that's a sub apiece for injuries inside 4 minutes. Yeah, interesting way of kicking off the game. Not quite the thriller we expected. Free kick, edge of the area. Can we defend this? Lawrence. Good goal. I don't particularly know what the keeper's doing there, Williams. I was looking at the stats, and we've been having more possession, but just in terms of the chances, we're just not creating enough. We do have a free kick here, though. Fern takes it short. Not sure how I feel about that. Petrie lumps it forward, header clear. And is this going to be a counter-attack? Davey knocks the ball downfield. Johnston wins the header. Lawrence. And I think if we go 2-0 down before half-time here, this is probably us out. But Jones picks up the ball to Fern. Knocking it around decently here. A little bit too tight together, though. And Jones robs Jones. Finds Day and 2-0. So this season, we're fighting to stay up. That's all we have left now. Williams, yeah, it should have been a bit stronger there goalkeeping-wise. But atrocious first half when was here. And this is a team that's in our league as well. Half-time, 2-0 down. We're throwing a water bottle. And I'm going to tell them what was that because it's not good enough. I don't care if they're all demotivated. Some of these performances... 6.2 for Petrie, 6.3 for Jones, 6.5 for Holmes, 6-4 Robinson, 6-4 Fern, as Williams has to pull off a save there to stop it from being 3-0 right on the stroke of half-time. Petrie throwing to Jones. Loses the ball, and that is him done. I'm not even waiting to see the rest of the highlight. He's coming off. Stuart Jones, the sub, is going off for Murray. And questions are going to be asked about this team. A lot of this team are all on amateur or non-contract deals as well. So this might be a case of in the summer, we get rid of a lot of these as Holmes is in and finds the back of the net from Alex Holmes. It's 2-1. We're going to continue with the changes regardless. Oakley Perry did well there. Hartshorn to Petrie. Robinson has to move for that ball into Oakley Petrie. First time in for Holmes. First time finished 2-1. That is better. And hopefully these changes can now go and invigorate us going forward. But yeah, it might be a case of, we let a lot of these go that are not up to standards and try and bring in a whole new bunch of players. 20 minutes to go. Can we find an equalising goal? We win that first header. Robinson has space. Daly to Jones. In for Robinson. He can hit one and it's poor effort. Poor effort from him there. He could have pulled it back across goal. We'd have had a tap in there. He had to really go back across goal. Let's demand more. See if we can get anything late out of us here. It does look like we're going to go out 2-1. We're into stoppage time. And that chance for Robinson was massive. We go down 2-1. I'm going to tell him I don't like what I saw from this team. And we've got questions to be answered about some of these players in this team. Without a doubt, I don't want to speak to you at all. Steve Ramsey, pulled calf muscle, is out for 3-4 weeks. Did you not warm up? Did you not warm up? How can you pull your calf muscle 40 seconds into a game? Well, anyway, obviously tomorrow's episode, because it's Christmas Eve, we're going to do a recap to take a look at how things are shaping up so far. It's only going to be a short episode, just a little chill one before Christmas. Then Boxing Day, we'll be back for the final 2 games of the season. Not Boxing Day, because Boxing Day is Saturday. Monday, the 27th. We're back with the final 2 games of the season. Hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed this episode, if you're happy to see us add this new team. If you don't watch tomorrow's episode, that's perfectly fine. It's just a little recap. If you don't watch that, have a great Christmas, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.